The company chosen for our project is General Motors, also known as GM. GM is a car manufacturing company based in the US which manufactures cars and trunks in 34 countries and sells and services vehicles in 140 countries. The old GM 1908 to 2009 had a debt of $94.7 billion. As a result, the U.S. Treasury and Canadian governments took over the majority of the company and lowered the debt to $17 billion. In the current economic climate, GM's sales have been declining rapidly, and as a result, debt is once again on the rise. GM's global market share has suffered, and they have dropped down the ranks, with competitors managing the current situation better.
In the tussle for supremacy in the global auto market, Japan's Toyota has outsold General Motors by around 90,000 vehicles in the first quarter. This moves the Japanese car maker a step closer to surpassing GM as the world's biggest car maker. Both companies reported record sales for January to March, but Toyota edged past GM for the quarter on solid sales in the US.
In terms of branding, GM's strategy has been weak because they have operated under a large number of brands and not managed them effectively. The main problem is that the number of models that each brand produces has increased in recent years, and the brands have started competing against each other. GM is struggling to keep up with competitors in technological advances, most notably in hybrid technology, which is becoming an important area within the car industry. In order to improve, one of the main changes that GM needs to make is to amend the business strategy to focus production on hybrid cars. The fear of global warming and the rising expense of petrol causes modern-day customers to look for cars that are fuel efficient and good for the environment. In recent years, hybrid sales have been consistently rising, and figures suggest that GM producing and selling more hybrid cars could have a good financial effect on the business.
Now, the price of gas is one of the reasons the hybrid car market is America's fastest growing, but it may not be the only reason. Michael Mahoney has been looking at that for us today.
Well, Laura, the registration of hybrids in Kansas City and throughout America set a record last year. Now, the high gasoline prices are certainly part of that, but so is technology and variety. This is a $45,000 hybrid car which sells because even folks who can afford it want a deal on gas. While most car sales went down in 2007, hybrid registration jumped 38%, but they're still just 2% of the market.
GM's new hybrid car, the Chevrolet Volt, will be one step forward in improving GM's sales. GM's competitors have already exploited this section of the market to good effect. For example, Toyota with their hybrid car, the Prius, Saab with their bio-powered range. This technology will make GM regain a high position within the industry in terms of global market share. Another important advantage of hybrid cars is that GM's reputation amongst customers would improve, as they could market themselves as a company that cares about the environment, and this could appeal to many of today's customers. GM would need to continue to expand globally. In recent times, GM have gone into the Chinese car industry market and gained a high market share, and therefore GM would need to continue expanding overseas in areas with high demand and spread their GM products into their markets, using their connection obtained overseas. GM needs to begin investing more money into their research and development department. The car industry is always changing with new technology being introduced regularly.
Lithium-ion batteries are used right now in laptops and cell phones, and people are used to very long run times that they get out of those particular devices. What A123 has done is taken that same basic concept and developed an improved version that gives better power, safety, and life.
But is a supersized cell phone battery really going to change the way we drive?
For GM to keep up with, or even overtake, its competitors, it needs to undertake research on things such as alternative energy and then go on to develop new ideas. GM already has a concept car, the Chevrolet Volt, which they want to put on the market as early as summer 2010.
GM says their goal is to have the Volt on the road by 2010 if the battery is ready. If they can do it, filling up for your commute may soon be a thing of the past.